Thank you, bro.
Salute, brother. Salute.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, cheers with this. Sláinte. So here we are. We're at the OCD Motors HQ.
How's it going? How's it going?
Yo. And we're live. We have here today no other. One of our, in my opinion, one of the street kings.
Thank you.
He's a builder, he's a tuner, and he's one hell of a fucking driver.
Thank you for having me.
He needs no introduction. From our world, the Honda world, this is Mr. Fatboiitech.
Thank you.
How you doing, mate? What's happening?
Yeah, it's not much, you know. Long day.
Happy days. You said you've been working from 8:30?
Yeah, I was running around doing some errands, picking up things.
Flat to the mat all day.
Trying to get things done. Some big changes coming soon, so gotta get ready for them, you know.
How's work been for you? Been
really good. Really good. Usually winters are a little slow, but this winter's actually been pretty good.
I see, man. I see
Thank
you.
God.
Your Instagram doesn't stop you. You put
thank
Hondas out the door every day. I see.
Every day I try.
Yep.
You gotta. Some guy told me once, learn something, be good at it, and you'll always have work. So
It's a great quote. It's a fucking great quote.
Thank you.
So I got you here today. Just basically want to talk some shit with you. Ask you some questions about your life, about your career, where you want to go, and first and foremost, like this career that you're in. What do you think? Like, when did you realize that this was?
Well, I used to work at a warehouse for like 10 years, and I do like little side jobs, brake jobs, and stuff like that. But I used to always love racing, so I used to drive a lot, but I never fixed my own car. So I got tired of paying people. You know how it is.
Yep.
So I was like, let me try to do it myself. And then little by little, I got good at it. I liked it, and I just ended up quitting my job one year, and just started doing this full time.
And you worked on cars when you quit your job?
Yeah, I was already working on cars part time on the side. So I like worked full time, part time, fixing cars here and there. I got my clientele, and then one day I was like, I don't want to work for them anymore, and I was like, I have to do it. Well, 6 years ago, I did that.
Honda's always your thing?
Always. I was younger.
When I first met you, you had that silver EK. That shit was nasty.
Thank you. Yeah, that one really helped me. Taught me how to like tune K-Series a lot. So that one like really flipped the script for me.
Car was big power too, right?
Yeah.
Fast car.
It was pretty fast.
It's the first time I seen a proper fast car on the street, you know, in this country anyway.
Thank you. You know me, I like to keep my car street cars. Full weight, heater, everything works, windows.
Over here it's just a completely different ball game to what I'm used to back home, you know. Like,
oh yeah?
when I grew up we had cars were 130 horsepower, we thought they were quick, you know.
Oh, I know. When I was doing it too, when I first, I actually started doing this because my boy's brother used to take us to races as teenagers, little kids, you know, young. And it's like, if you had a GSR back in the day, you were the man. You were fast, like, and now we see a GSR as like regular car, you know, like.
Couldn't park them anywhere, people stealing them left, right, and center. That's normal stuff. So, I wanted to ask you as well, what about Ugly Betty? That was your most famous car that you've had recently. You had a fucking unreal win streak.
Yeah, it was a good run.
Probably,
I don't know, because actually, when I bought the car, Betty White had just died the same day. So I was like, and you see legend. So you see it on Instagram, Betty White. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, should I name a car Betty White, after her? But I'm like, nah, Betty White,
she was pretty hot in her day, too.
Yeah.
So pictures of her back in the day?
So that's why I said, I'm like, no.
Sorry, I got my wife sitting over here, but she was hot.
no, I hear you. But then I said, no, it doesn't look good enough to be Betty White, I said.
Nah.
Let's call it the ugly sister, so I named her Ugly Betty.
Oh, there you go. So that's where it came from.
It's funny you say that.
She wasn't ugly, she was a wee bit rough around the edges, but she was a beast.
Thank you. But actually you say that because not a lot of people know, but my new car, the name is Betty White. I'm going to name it Betty White because 85% of the parts from that car came from Ugly Betty. So I want to at least keep the Betty name in it, and my original name was Betty White. So that'll be the new car for this year.
I don't think you can call her ugly anymore. I've seen some preview pictures of how she looks at the minute.
Thank you.
Holy shit. That's a beautiful paint job she got.
Thank you. She's almost done. They call me about the doors and fenders and stuff. So.
It's a kid. Nunes painted the car, right?
Yes, Nunes.
Yeah. He did a phenomenal job, man.
Thank you.
Show car. Looks beautiful.
Somebody asked me, are you making this a show car or a race car?
Both.
I'm like, both.
You roll up to the show, do what we do, you know what I mean?
You know how we do. We go to Manhattan.
Yeah.
Driving.
So. Go to the track, you race one day, you go to the show the next day. That's fun. Be a part of it all.
Yeah.
You can't be pigeonholed to just one thing. I was actually going to ask you, what do you prefer, street racing or track? Mexico, I should say.
Yes, Mexico. I love the street. I love the street. Anything can happen. You know, you can race fast cars. You've seen it. I race faster cars than me. They might say, "Oh no, my car's on a race car," but I'm sure their cars have more power. You know, but at the street is the equalizer. Anything can happen. Can miss a gear.
The front wheel drive stuff on the street too is a different ballgame, like, you know.
Yes. It's a lot of practice.
Yeah.
You gotta work with it.
You gotta be a real driver, like, you gotta get that toe in.
Everything has to work. Like, the next thing I want to do my car was traction control, but not yet. I'm just gonna keep it the way it is. So maybe
traction control works though. Like, I have a big argument, like, I always laugh, like, I would say traction control is cheating and all, like, but
a little bit.
It is a little bit, but it's using technology. You know, if you were using a typewriter or a laptop, you're going to grab the laptop and grab the typewriter, and you're going to go with what works. So
there's some little things I want to change to the setup, but I want to leave it. It's working, so I want to leave it exactly the way it is.
For street credit,
for street cars,
if you got no traction control, you're the man.
It's the same owner as last year. I have not touched it, so I'm going to try to keep it as long as I can and see how long I keep it.
Different turbo?
Huh? Different turbo.
You were VS last time, right?
No, I'm still VS. Just
VS, still VS bigger.
Yes.
They work really well for you?
They've been working really well. I've been working with them, so they hooked it up. And
see, you work with a lot of companies now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, your wings is spread nice. Thank you. I'm extremely happy for you, man. Seriously.
Yeah. I like your car too, man. Fresh.
Thank you, bro. Well, you built it at the start too, so did plenty of work on it yourself.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, is there anything like you would ever want to see done different when you're out in Mexico? Like, I see a lot of drama with flaggers and fucking lights and off the hands, and I mean,
people just gotta be honest. You lose, just pay up. You know what I mean? There's always gonna be some type of argument, but I think the biggest thing.
I think you had one of the best arguments on
on
video.
I don't want to talk about that. I can't believe they didn't want to pay, bro. Yo, I mean, I barely touched the line, if anything. But I was sold 4+ cars, you know. But the only thing
the famous line, if you think your car can do better, lock
it up, man. What?
I wasn't there that night, but I remember watching it on video, and I swear, man, my hairs were standing up for you. It was
after that, you know how
movie stuff, as they say.
You get half and half love, half hate. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well,
and you just gotta.
It doesn't matter because they're all watching.
Yeah, and
after that, they're loving or hating, they're all watching.
Once I started winning more, it was just a lot of people showed me love, man. I loved it. Thank you to everybody who hit me up on Instagram, showed me a lot of love. You know, I appreciate all the good words and stuff. And it changed a lot. After that race, it changed a lot. There's a lot of love from people.
You showed your heart, man.
Yeah.
Because you didn't run away, you didn't bullshit, you didn't fucking cry, you didn't get your teammate to do anything for you. You stood there, you stood your ground, you got what you came for. And
I know what the truth was, you know. And he wanted proof, so I was like, whatever.
No, it was phenomenal, man. Good shit.
So no, like I was saying, everything is good. I think the only thing that needs to change is the prep time. People prep so long,
fucking 2 hours,
and
closing down the Mexico highway.
No, the time they prep, you're gonna have 2 races.
Fucking border patrol coming.
Right? Might as well bring snacks while you're there.
Yo, it's bad.
Have a little hookah on the side.
And the spectators are a problem.
Yeah, a lot of spectators.
Now, I can't say much with respect because I was a spectator myself before I had the car, but at the same time, you gotta have respect for the drivers and respect for what's going on.
You gotta be safe. You gotta be safe for yourself and the driver. We don't want to hit nobody.
I seen Ty Boogie put up a video with the kid running into the fucking door the other day. You seen that?
Right? You gotta pay attention.
I know you're excited, but look where you're fucking going.
The only thing is that like all the spectators in the front, like just either go really to the side or go behind the cars. Stay behind us. Like we don't want to hit nobody. Yeah. We've seen that happen before. Mm-hmm. You know, and we don't want that to happen. Yeah, you never know. An axle could break, a slick could pop. Anything, you know how the
people think only rear-wheel drive cars have problems. No,
front-wheel drive is worse because you control it less.
Like you said, something breaks.
You blow a slick out, you're not going to steer correct.
And yeah, I don't care how good of a driver you are. You need to hold on. Who out there at the minute inspires you?
Well, all the guys who put in work all the time. All the tuners, guys like 4Piston, Perunto, Gringo Tune, Durf Tune. All the guys are actually out there.
That guy, Durf Tune, man.
Oh, no.
Pumping our cars. Raffles now, too. And
yes. I hit him up on Instagram. We talk here and there. Yep. He's a cool guy.
He never really did much on the camera, and then I see he's on the camera a lot more. He shows it, you know what I mean? And then once you show your personality, I feel like it does a lot better for
a lot of people like to see you, like, who you are, you know, networking.
Where you're coming from.
Yes, I learned that.
Even if it's just a wee bit, you know?
Yeah. And the last year I learned
you don't gotta give it all.
Yeah, of course. But, you know, everybody wants to see, you know, how everything is.
What would you say would be the best setup for a beginner in your opinion?
I tell this every day.
So Honda, if we'll stick with a Honda.
For Honda, yes.
For Honda.
K is the way. I'm sorry. Bone stock K24.
Just hurt. I got a tissue. So
sorry. But as a beginner, I know it's a little pricey, but as a beginner, K24 block.
The power.
With a Type S transmission. That's it. Put any bolt on you want. You're gonna have fun with it. Keep it bone stock. Keep it simple. Don't go old. Don't go crazy. Leave it bone stock with a Type S tranny. Have fun with it. After that,
6 feet.
6 feet tranny. That's the best. For the money, for the buck, I have no...
Naturally aspirated.
Naturally aspirated. It's for a beginner.
How much power are you talking from a naturally
for that type of RBC setup, they make 225 all day. 230.
In a light car, you're going to have a lot of fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every year.
You see the guys I be tuning for, they be beating the crap out their cars.
Yo, K24, they Andretti.
Oh, yeah,
his cars. The Burnout King.
He's in the shootout tomorrow, too.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. He's ready to gamble. Alright.
He can drive. He can drive.
He could drive.
When he's practicing, he gets a lot of sleep time, you know what I mean? And he loves what he does, so.
It's funny because when I tuned this car...
I actually asked him to come on, he said, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So.
And when I street tuned for him, I first street tuned and I diamond tuned it. When I street tuned and he was driving, I saw how he drove. I'm like, yo, he's got to learn this car quick. I knew it. I'm like, yo, you could tell when someone is a driver, bro.
Could you imagine having a turbo car?
He can do it.
I'm saying, could you imagine? He can drive.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I respect the guys who are out there put in work. You don't have to win all the time. You know how it is. Mm-hmm. But you're out there consistent, put in work. Your car's working. You're not sitting behind a laptop or screen talking mad nonsense, and your car hasn't left the driveway in a year. We all have downtimes. You know that. Our cars are always down somehow.
100%.
But
if you're not ready for that, don't get in the game, right?
Yeah, just have fun, and enjoy your car. That's what it's about.
Get the seat time. So I remember one of the first things you always said to me, you need that seat time.
You need seat time. Once you learn the car more, the car will get faster. It really never got faster. You just learn how to drive it better.
It's a great statement there.
Thank you, very much.
Great statement there. What would you say has been your biggest challenge so far? With cars or with life or anything you want to share?
I mean, when you're young, you make bad decisions. So in the last, like
all of us?
Yeah, like 6-7 years.
I had to go to a different country.
I just pick up, start over. I had to start over. I never, But it's just being consistent. That was my hardest thing. But once I learned how to do it better, I got better at it.
Yeah.
I don't want to stop. I want to get better. I'm still young, and yeah.
You started the shit in your driveway, right?
Yeah, I worked on my father's driveway for a year in the cold, in the hot. Saved up money, rented a shop with Platinum first for 6 months, and then I moved out. And then next year will be my 2-year anniversary in the shop that I'm at now. So it's going. It's
fucking phenomenal stuff, man.
Thank you, man.
No, I'm seriously happy for you. Even from what I've seen as just the start,
we all suffer somewhere, I never had a background or people that helped me out in racing wise. Mm-hmm. I had to do everything myself, learn myself, make my mistakes for myself. A lot of my friends that I grew up with, they never into the racing stuff. They were other stuff. Everybody has sports, and I changed into the racing stuff with no help. A lot of people grew up with the people racing and since they're young, doing it, but I had to do it myself. So that was, I guess, the hardest thing for me. Mm-hmm. Just started from scratch, like I said.
And your family from El Salvador, right? So
yes.
You came here as a kid from El Salvador?
Yes, I was 6 when I came. It's funny, I was talking to people the other day, and I talked Spanish to a customer. He's like, yo, bro, your Spanish is pretty fluent. And he's like, Spanish is your second language? I'm like, no, it's my first. He's like, what? I didn't know you were born here. And I'm like, yeah, I was born here, but I grew up here in New York. I'm a New Yorker. I love New York. So
you'll always stay here, you think?
I think so. If I leave, I might come back, so I just stay.
Yeah. It's so expensive, bro. There's no other place in the world like it.
It's not. I've been to other places. Even when I took tuning classes. I was in Arizona for a month.
Tuning?
Yeah. When I first quit my job, I had money saved up for a long time. I worked there for a long time. So I went there. I mean, I would have done things different now, but I believe that helped me get my foot in the door, It taught me the fundamentals got me going.
That's an expensive thing?
Yeah, very expensive. Especially you have to live out there.
Arizona?
I lived in Arizona for a month. Yeah.
How was it out there?
Hot.
Desert, right?
Desert.
I drove a Lambo through that fucking desert.
I drove a Chevy electric car there.
There you go. They planted on that.
I rented a car to drive around, for the time I was there. And
you stayed at a hotel?
I stayed like at some little motel looking thing. It was weird.
Yeah.
But
you had to learn something.
I had to do it, yeah. And the good thing is that they tuned Ks there. My first car that I tuned there was a K series on the engine dyno though at first.
What's that feeling like? Your first car you tuned, you're like,
it was awesome. It was high. It was ecstatic. And then we started doing it on the regular dyno. So they teach you like the basic. It's not like they're gonna go into, oh, this is your Honda and you're gonna learn Honda. No. They teach you like, they teach you how to run. But you gotta learn how to jump and dive and and do everything else yourself. That, yeah. But it was very expensive. But it helped. So
is there a big difference between Honda and K-Pro?
No, it's the same thing. Honda K-Pro is the same thing. Honda is the brand.
I mean the tuning. Like.
No, like I usually tune like Honda or AM. But in that school they taught us Haltech and some other stand-up one. I forgot what
standalones.
Yeah, it was standalones.
When it becomes into big boy stuff, right?
Yeah, so.
You have to have standalone to have traction controls, right?
No. Honda has it. It's not standalone. You just gotta buy like a different module to.
The T1 trigger, I hear people talking about that with stat sync and all this.
Oh,
way over way above my pay grade. But
that's so people who don't know a distributor because
when you get away with
so it's a sensor that reads off the cam gear. So it's just a sensor. It's like a crank sensor. It just reads the timing of the engine. That's what the trigger means. That's all that is. But it's more precise. It won't fail. Like a Dizzy will crap out eventually.
Yep.
And you can run coil packs.
And then you get the block. You get the whole thing away.
You get the block off, and you get the nice can gear with the trigger, and it's more reliable in the B series. K series, that's stock. So
that's normal stuff.
Yeah, we don't worry about that.
Yeah,
it's right on the crank.
And the 4-wheel drive stuff, like what do you think about that?
Oh, I love it. I wish I could do it. Once I get my other plans done, I'll do it. 100% do it.
Would you go like S1 or would you go FCS or?
FCS is a good company. I don't know.
Very expensive, right?
It's expensive, but I just feel like the S1 kit is more streetable. To me, it'll be S1 or Hub City Performance.
I would love. I mean, that's hopefully my next move. But I know it's fucking big money. I had to rob a bank first, but
to do it right.
Yeah, to do it right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you don't have to do it. You know yourself. You buy cheap, you buy it twice. So.
Definitely. Somebody told me online. Everybody has time to do it twice, but never one. I don't know. I forgot. Damn, I forgot. It's something along those lines. Yeah. So everybody has the time to do it twice, but not the money to do it once. There you go.
There you go.
So just save up a little bit more. Do it once to do it right.
Do it right.
You know how it is. You know how it is.
I know. I've been there. I tried to fucking do shit fucking the quick way. I tried to rush. It bites you in the fucking arse.
Yeah. That's why I slowed down. So I haven't also been working on my car. Been so busy. I was just like.
When you're a newbie too, it's fucking the excitement of getting on the road.
Oh, trust me, bro.
That first time you feel boost too, like when you start going the turbo shit's ridiculous.
I remember one time I had a problem with my oil pressure sensor, and Chris Miller was tuning my car, and it cracked. It cracked, and oh my god, I was so anxious. I gotta get it fixed. Me and my boy dropped the swap the same day. Called the welder. He came and welded the block. And we had to swap in by the nighttime, so Miller could tune the car the next day.
Shit, yeah.
Full day, 12 hours just working on the car.
He don't want nothing breaking on his dyno.
Exactly, so it's like, I know, and it's just like, it's so much work just to get it done, So that's why when I tune for people, I try to make it the best experience they have. Because I've been there, and I try to help them out as best I can. It's
I've been there, man. It's you really look after.
Yeah, thank you. So I was that customer.
You do the street tune, you do the dyno tune, you do.
I love street tune. It shows you what the car really does on the street. How it reacts, how it drives, drivability, fuel consumption. It's all.
And you're a driver yourself, So you want your customers to do well, so you show them the right way how to shift in this, that, launching. A lot of people don't go that extra mile, man.
They don't. I just love. I do it for sport, man. I love it. Half the things I do, I don't even get paid for sometimes. And it's just
probably more than half.
Yeah,
it's not business, right?
Yeah. I mean, eventually it'll pay off.
No, It is, man. I can see it. It's blooming, like, you know.
Thank you.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In a little bigger shop.
Would you ever get a dyno of your own?
Yeah, that's one of my plans that I wrote down.
That's doable. Like.
Yeah. I mean,
sky's the limit.
Yeah, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
You know, I have good customers. They help me out, and I think I can do it.
How hard is it to install one? Like what? Like,
you have to dig a hole in the floor.
We can do that.
Yeah.
I can dig holes in the floor. That's what we do.
I actually.
But I don't know about putting the fucking thing in the ground. That's the hard part. I guess.
Yes, you gotta build that wood. You know, do the whole thing. You need like a 6-inch slate in the bottom.
So you buy a used one, I guess, right?
What?
You buy a used dyno.
Oh yeah.
You ain't gonna buy a new one. You know what I mean?
No, not yet.
No.
Especially in the shop I'm at. Like it's not too big, so.
Yeah.
And if I ever do buy used, I'll just get in debt for life and buy all-wheel drive one. You know?
And so with the dyno as well, some of them you can only do cars, some of them you do bikes. Would you ever do quads, bikes, or would you just stick with cars and stick with Hondas, or would you broaden your horizon?
Actually, yes. I've been talking about that with somebody. Like I said, trying to grow. And there's gonna be I want to do different cars. I've been looking into HP tuners a lot. Maybe get into Nissan's platform. You're gonna see some changes. Watch.
You like that shit?
Yeah, I like the Nissan
me
stuff.
Too.
Yeah.
Back home
Maybe
we got a lot of shit
BMWs or something. You know, something it's a little different.
When I was a kid, my mate Lenny had a 200 SX. Over here it's 240.
Oh, nice.
200 SR20 DET. And it was the first car I ever did. Like I don't. Well, actually, the first car I did done it was my mate Jack's Lexus, but this was the one he let me do one.
Oh,
fuck
nice.
me, man. That's when the bug bites you hard, like you do a donut. You're like,
Oh yeah. When I was younger too, the same guy that put us on, my boy's brother, they had a battle at the time. It was Honda versus the SR20 Sentras. Remember the SR?
That's American though. You just get that. You get like we had Sunnies and you ever see.
Oh yeah, no, but they had a motor, the VVL.
Okay.
It was VVL against the Hondas at the time, so it was like a battle. Everybody.
See, recently an SR20 did 7 seconds, alright?
Who?
An SR20 Sentra did 7 seconds.
I'm not sure.
Seen Fast Guy posted up fucking. It was recently a black one. Black car, pretty sure.
Oh, I think the black car did 8s maybe.
JMR? Maybe it was 8s.
JMR was actually
but it was fast, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?"
Motor, right?
Yeah, and everybody was like, "What the fuck? Where'd he come from?"
I think that's JMR.
JMR.
Yeah, he's by me. The shop's by me. I know him for a long time.
What's a long anything?
Yeah, he's like 5 minutes from my shop.
Shit.
Yeah. I know him for a long time. He used to do custom headers back in the day, but nobody did it. Yeah. And he was charging arm and a leg, but he was doing good work and nobody did it. So you got it, you know.
Yeah.
And he's always been in.
People forget about that engine, man. That shit puts in work. And that RB26 as well, I mean, but they can't pay for them.
Yeah, bro.
So, is there any, like, you mentioned a few companies, Ford Piston, S1, FCS, is there any other companies you recommend for new guys, you know, or any companies, and I wouldn't say stay away from, but more?
I don't know.
For first time builds, you know, for people just...
I mean, you know, I don't like to...
Like, a lot of people tell me about the eBay stuff, like, I have an eBay turbo in my car.
Yes,
you know,
stuff like that.
I've
taken eBay turbo to a certain extent, you know. You can't push cheap things for so long.
Yeah.
But, especially in turbo stuff, I would just stay away. They look nice. From my experience, they don't work well, the PLM stuff. The turbo manifolds, anything PLM in that type of like area, just don't do it. Save the little extra buck and just get the right stuff. You'll be glad. You'll be happy with it. They tend to crack a lot, you know. It just gives you a headache.
Yeah.
Imagine you just tune your car and you see a big ass crack in your head. Now you gotta take the whole thing off.
Yeah. No fun. No. That's actually one thing that's held on longest on my car was the ram horn. That's the same ram horn I've had the whole time.
But is it an eBay?
Touch fucking wood.
Or is it aftermarket?
To be honest, I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's the same one.
It doesn't look like an eBay one. It looks like maybe one that was made by somebody.
Made by somebody, right? Because it's been holding on.
Yeah. They always crack. After 15 pounds, they crack.
Yeah, it's on 14 right now.
Yeah. So, anything over 10, the eBay's manifolds crack. That's it. They can't hold anything over 10.
And injectors, I see you just went with Alpha.
Oh yes, I became a dealer for them. I was talking to Skyler. He's very cool, so I'm like, I'm sitting there running 22s, and I have a shop that I sell customers, and he's like, we'll work something out if you you know, you want to become a dealer.
I need 22s for my car.
Yeah, definitely. I just threw them on. I can't wait to throw them on the dyno and see how they do.
CLM, when I was talking to Ricky and Kuna, they said IDs, they were saying.
IDs too.
Yeah,
I ran IDs all last year.
So what's 17s are more expensive than 22s? Why?
Yes. From what I was told. No, they actually start with a different core. With the 1000s, 22s, they start with a Bosch core, which is more common, a little cheaper. With the 17s, I forgot what brand he told me, but they start with a way different core. And it's full stainless inside. It's better than all the other ones. That's why they're so much more expensive.
Cause I was wondering, I'm like, it sounds smaller, but it's fucking like double the price almost.
Yes, I ran 1600s for a long time. I never had issues with them, but then I ran them, so I ended up getting the ID 2000s. That's what I ran last year, which were great, but
those alpha injectors look gorgeous though. That blue, I like the blue, man.
That's
and
right.
your bait looks real nice too. Just sets it off nicely.
And bro, I like the clips that they come in. They're better than the the other ones, you know.
How long has that company been around? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
They're pretty new though, right?
Yeah, they're not that old.
My boy Dave, you know, I call him Dave Hope, but Hellboy, you know.
Yes, the
CRX, yeah, all-wheel drive, legend, good man. He uses them.
They're good. My boy Alvarez, he told me
1,000 horsepower too.
Oh yeah, he went 8 injectors.
8, yeah.
So he said, they start off better on the 85 than the other injectors. So.
And you said Alvarez has them too, right?
Yeah.
Another good man.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
And me and him, we grew up together. We was from the same town. And he used to race.
Hard worker too, right?
Yeah, hard worker. Yeah. And me and him used to go back to back with our little GSRs. And it's like, we used to put on a show.
He's been doing it that long.
Oh yeah, he's doing that long. We was young. We was young. And everybody like, oh shit, fat boy. And I'm gonna race and everybody. Because we used to have like decent fast cars at the time. And we used to do burning, just to mess around. And at the time, it's no money or anything. It was just for fun.
Yo, his car is fucking nasty.
Fresh, right?
Sick. The PPG.
Oh yeah.
You're whining.
I think that might be my next upgrade to PPG Trans. I need it.
Mine's is I gotta go second to get first, and
it happens. You gotta understand. These little trannies are meant to go get groceries, not to make 400.
You were actually the one that helped me with that. I remember the first time you get in the car, I was having problems getting first. You're like, "What are you doing? Go second, then first."
It's better.
Ever since that day, I was like, "Oh," but it's getting on. I know, man.
You can only hurt a certain amount of time, you know.
Especially with the boost. The boost, though, the GSR trannies don't like it, right?
Nah.
Up to 5.
GSRs they do good, but they just hold for a certain amount of time.
What's a stock K series trying to go for?
Go for money wise?
Good for power wise.
Power wise, we should push them around 500 max, and they don't like it after that. I mean, people break them all motor, but it's also how you drive.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to be neutral dropping them every day.
Yeah. What would you say would be your biggest mistake you made as a beginner? Obviously, you blew a few fucking motors in your day, right?
Oh hell yeah! I try to keep it the least though. I don't know. Made a couple of mistakes, business wise too, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, before I went to Platinum Shop, I lost the shop.
Platinum Racing.
I lost the shop I had by me because the guy we were paying the rent to, he wasn't paying the landlord. Yeah, we were only there for 6 months. This is when I was with somebody else at the time. After that, I went by myself. I'm like, I'm doing myself. I lose by myself. You know what I mean? So at the time, we lost money, we lost deposits, we lost the shop and everything. Because the guy, he was moving out, he didn't tell us, and he was taking our money and not paying the rent. So then they came to evict us, and we were only there for 6 months. This is a little shop we had out east, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm just gonna do my thing.
It's bad taste in your mouth. That
yeah, I was like, I didn't want to do that. I didn't trust. So ever since that, like the shop, not everything's on my name. I signed the contracts. I do everything myself. There's no third party. So I think that was my biggest mistake.
Yeah, because location is fucking.
Yeah,
and it has to be close to where you live. It has to be fucking suitable for
comfortable.
You
have to decent employees.
Neighbors. Yeah, has the neighbors over there.
I love them. They
don't mind a good 2-step or a burnout every now and then.
Nah, they already know they do it too. I actually have
the 1 or 2 outside there myself.
Yeah, no, I have a lot. The place where I'm at, I have like a lot of options. Like I have my fabricator in the block. I have a machine shop 2 minutes away. I have a clutch.
Dyno up the street.
I have a dyno down the block. So I just go from my shop to the dyno up the block.
He's a gentleman. What's his name?
His name is Steve.
Steve.
Pitbull Performance.
Pitbull Performance.
Yeah,
with the Mustangs, right?
Mustangs and Challengers. He's cool. I
met him one time. I was at Chris Miller's dyno with 45, and we were fucking dynoing his car, and he was there. And then I remember seeing him with my car, and he was like, "Where the fuck do I know you from?" And we were looking at each other for ages, and we were like, "Fuck Chris Miller's."
Yeah, he goes over there.
Small world, like.
Yeah, he's great people. He always helps me out. I need anything. I was like, oh, you guys.
He's been in the game for a while too, right?
Oh yeah, he's been a long time, way longer than me.
He builds cars himself, or he just fucks about it?
No, he tunes. He tunes American cars. He puts, turbo kits. He welds. He does intercooler pipe and exhaust and stuff. Like he does all that stuff.
Keeps himself out of trouble.
Yeah. He keeps busy. He's cool. Every time we go over there, we have a good time.
I like his dyno, man. It's comfortable over there.
It's comfortable, yeah. Nobody bothers us there,
Mm-hmm. You only just started using them when I met you there, right?
Yeah. I think only
because you were using Miller, I think, before that.
Yeah, you know how far Miller is.
Yo.
And I love
part of Mexico.
Yeah. I like Miller's dyno. It's just the guy who would be in charge of it, he'll double book tuners. And he forget. So when me and another tuner get there, we're like, yo, what you mean? We gotta flip a coin to see who goes first. So that's the only thing I didn't like.
Yeah.
So I was like, once I talked to him, I'm like, look, he's like, oh, you know what? I'll match whatever Miller was charging you if you come over here. I'm like, I love that because I'm down the block.
Yep. And Miller don't mind.
Yeah, Miller don't mind. He's good. He's busy. Yeah, he's busy. Yeah. He's good. He don't miss me.
He probably misses seeing you, but he don't miss the money. He's alright. What about Miller's events? You going? 1st of April, we have Spring Nationals coming up.
Oh yeah, fuck that. We going. We taking the trophy.
We ready, right?
We taking the trophy home this year one way or another. Somehow. We taking the trophy home.
It's been too long.
Wow, remember.
It's been too long, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, even in 2nd place. I don't give a fuck. We taking the trophy home.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun last time, right?
Yeah, you know how it is. And we didn't even go to the track last year like that.
Mm-hmm. But we only had a couple of times. Like we had it, but all of us had issues, I feel like, last year.
But this year, my goal is to do more track racing.
Yeah, me too.
Go out there,
It's what I feel like street. I love it. It's challenging. It's fucking. You know what I mean? You never know what's going to go on. It's scary as fuck. But the track is a whole different vibe.
Yes.
When you go there, and like the little kid inside you feel like a race car driver. You know, for a minute, you got your helmet, you got your fire suit, you're there. You fucking. You know what I mean? Everybody's on the same wavelength. You know, we've all fucking put in the work to get there.
Hell yeah. I like the track too. Everybody's mad cool. Like if you need something, people go out the way to help you.
Tools, jackets,
you need zip ties, and people
need a girlfriend.
Yeah, we all help each other out. If somebody next to me needs something, we help. Oh, no problem, we got you. And that's all I love. It's like a big family over there.
Yeah.
And that's all I go into the track. Because every time I go there, I either meet somebody new, and then next time I see the track, hey, what's up, bro? Hey, how's it going? Oh, you over here too? It's awesome.
And you see the big players over there.
Oh yeah, you see fast cars.
Bradley Dillon, fucking, you know what I mean? Some real fucking big names.
Mm-hmm.
Them guys have serious cars.
Yeah.
See, he's building was it a Neon, Dodge Neon?
Oh, the old John Neon? Sick.
K-Series, right?
Sick. K-Series the world, like I said.
Yo, but it's got yeah, you always seen a fucking DeLorean, you know what DeLorean is, right?
Yeah.
With the K-Series. Turbo.
I'm telling you, they've seen it so many. No, I've never seen that one.
I gotta tag you and I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
Clean fucking build. This man's like full. You know, DeLoreans were built in Belfast, where I'm from.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Wow. So in the 80s, John DeLorean, that company was going under. And he wanted to fucking get cheap labour. And at that time, we were at war. Our country. You know what I mean? The Protestants and Catholics, Britain was fucking, the British Army was there. It was mayhem, you know what I mean? So he came over for cheap labour, made a factory in Belfast, and we built that.
The DeLorean?
The DeLorean.
Oh, wow. It's history.
2 things we sunk like fuck the DeLorean, and we built the Titanic as well. We always say the Titanic was alright until it got to England. They didn't know what them cunts did to it. It
was good when we had it.
It was alright when I left Belfast, you know what I mean? But so...
Yeah.
I was going to ask you as well, like, what would be the best bit of advice for a new upcoming person wanting to get into what we do?
Just get somebody that's trustworthy, you trust, and let them do everything. Like as long as you know that they know what they're doing, stick to one person. The people that I work with for a long time and they stuck with me for a long time. It's just you always try to do above and beyond, or like at least get their cars running, or you always stick to one person.
Yep.
You always make mistakes, maybe, but always try to be loyal to somebody. and they'll be loyal to you. You know, and
that's true. It's true.
You know, and just try to do it right. Just do it right. Yep. Do it right the first time.
Like I've had a problem myself. Like I shop around a lot trying to find, but I also feel like it's because I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I feel like that's a problem that beginners run into as well.
Do your research before you get something done. Do your research.
Don't jump.
See that you're getting a good deal, and you're actually doing it with the correct parts. I'm telling you, doing it right the first time will save so many headaches down the road.
Would you recommend buying a car built already?
I mean, if it's a good price and it runs good, why not? But you don't know what you're getting. It could be somebody's headache. People don't sell things all the time because they're running great.
What about long blocks from part out, guys?
50-50 on
that one.
If it's 50 on that one, no matter what.
You gotta go for it. Well, I don't know. I've never seen it.
Even Ant's Mac cool, but we had a little problem. He's a human being, and he buys stuff from people, so we had a little issue. But you know what? He turned around and said, you know what? I got you. Come back. I'll take care of it. I'll make it right.
That's the difference of a real business.
That's the difference, you know? Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. God makes mistakes. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, you're going to turn around and make it right. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people I've been hearing, they sell bad transmission, fake parts. And
only dyno time. Freshly built.
And then when something goes bad and they can complain, like, oh, nah, we don't want to, you know, we're not responsible for that. We sold it to you, we don't know what you did with it. Like, yo, come on.
It's used parts.
It is used, at the end of the day.
And that's their get out at the end of the day, but that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can't say that to a man who's just invested his whole fucking life.
Exactly. Some people, they barely eat that week because they need to buy that part, and you don't know what they're going through.
It's fucking drug.
It is addictive. It is addictive. It's drug. I used to have no money sometimes and trying to buy parts just so I could go to an event. You know what I mean? Like, I used to go to the track when I was younger. When I first started going to the track, I used to go to the track day straight on credit cards. Just because I wanted to go.
Even with my own eyes, I've seen you boys like working all day long, and then we went to the track. It was like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and you were still up. Not one of you went to sleep, and then we drive all the way to fucking Jersey, and then we're getting the cars ready, and you are still up, and you are drinking. I'm like, these boys are animals.
Yeah, no. So we easily pull a 36-hour day sometimes, just to have fun. Just go to the track, get the cars ready, enjoy it. Yep. We try to sleep here and there, but it's just, you know, we want to have fun with it when me and Platinum go.
Yo, Platinum's the best, man. Platinum loves it, right?
Oh, Platinum's a character, man.
You think L'Oreal? I seen he was putting it up for sale. What's he up to?
I don't know what he's doing.
We got to shake him and say,
I've been telling him to get a built transmission forever. He don't listen to me.
He likes to stop tranny for some reason.
He likes to blow it up. Yeah, the motor's been in that car for over 2 years now.
Yo, how long's that motor? But he's had it before that as well, or was it only 2 years?
No, the motor or the car?
Because the car was running, or that motor was running before he got it, or did he put that together?
I built that motor for him.
Oh, you built it.
Yes, I built that motor for him.
It's been big power though, right? And it's been reliable for him.
Yeah, but he put money into the motor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the motor's done right. You know, we did it right. I did my homework with it. It makes good power. It's just he don't want to build a transmission. I don't know. He blew so many transmissions. So he said this year he'll do it. So we'll see.
The first time I met him out in the street, like I remember seeing the shooting a flame, fucking 6 footer. I'm like, holy shit!
No, but he's a good guy, bro. He'll give you his shirt off his back, like I said.
Yep. Yeah, he's doing anything for you. Me, like, every time I went to the track, I couldn't have been there without him.
Mm-hmm. He's just always late. I tell him. He's like, "Are you gonna come on time, or are you gonna come on Platinum on time?" I tell him. And he laughs at me. I'm like, "You know, it's true, bro."
Fucking, it's comfortable time. He just rolls up whenever he needs to.
He's like, "I'll be there when you count the money." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
And then when he comes to the track, he brings the kids and all. I mean, like, I brought my mother and father and all. It's definitely it's a family place. I feel like the track.
It's definitely is. Have a good time, bring some barbecue, you know.
Yeah. What do you think about a lot of more tracks closing down? You see a lot in Florida and all fucking closing.
Yeah, it's because not a lot of people want to join the sport, especially after COVID. You know, they want to put their money somewhere else.
That has something to do with it.
Huh?
I think that has a lot to do with it.
I think so. It was always slowing down little by little, but once COVID hit, it just went downhill.
Time.
Yeah, that's it. It's like either you got it or you don't. Like you want to be in it or you're not. And the people who were halfway on the fence decided not to do it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like that's what dropped a lot of stuff too. But we'll see. We'll try to keep it alive. Put more events, you know.
Yep. Not to put any pressure on you, but when's Betty making her debut?
Oh man, soon actually. Once I get everything situated at the shop, get everything cleaned up, and my paint guy finishes the body stuff. I should be getting out. So I want to say mid next month, like February, end of February, the latest. So by March, it'll be
just
ready.
around the corner. We outside. We gotta do another Manhattan run too.
Oh hell yeah!
That shit was fucking sick.
It was nice, right?
Politically as fucking rock NYC says.
There's a lot of people tell me like, yo, he's like, you don't go just out racing with your car. You actually take it out places and like go, enjoy it.
People say that to me too. They're like, why do you go to those meets? And I
want to enjoy the car.
When I was a kid, I would go to those meets when I didn't have a car to see other people's cars. You know what I mean? And I hope fucking there's kids coming to those meets to see my car. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Look how many when we go to the meets, a lot of people show up like, oh, this thing is nice. What's your Instagram? People want to see, and there's young kids all the time, so they want to see.
We were them kids. Mm-hmm. I'm still that kid.
And whenever somebody asks me, yo, what is that? Oh, what can you do with this? I always tell them, oh, this and that, so they can learn, so they know. Because they're growing up, so they can see, it. So that if they want to do it, they get at least the right
first time. Yeah. And at those shows, we always see something fucking weird, like something like, remember it was the CRV with the K Series turbo, and the wagon with the what was it, a little wagon?
Yeah. A lot of people hitting me up. They want to do like weird stuff, like not weird, but like K Series everything.
Would you ever get a rear wheel drive car?
Oh hell yeah, that's one of my goals.
Would you do drifting or would just fucking just driving it?
I don't know. I'm not too much into drifting. I actually, maybe in a couple of years, I want to do circuit. Road course.
I'm with you.
Road course.
And then we'll go to fucking, what do you call that, Lame Rock?
Oh, yes, I heard that.
Close by to here.
Yes. There's one upstate.
Is that like, what's that one? Watkins Glen?
Yeah, that right? Yeah. That's what it's called?
Yeah, it's on my license plate. The fucking the
okay.
NASCAR plate.
Oh.
The only reason I got that plate was for the checkered flag. I don't know what the fuck Watkins Glen is, but it's a NASCAR track, right?
Yeah. I seen the videos, with Japan, the circuit runs and all that shit. I really like it. You gotta drive your ass off. And once I started doing more of the go-kart stuff.
Are we gonna go to Gerald?
It's
2 floors?
Yes, but
Paddle cars, not electric.
Yes, but
gas cars, right?
Gas cars, but I heard the wait is very long, so I gotta talk to you guys about it. But I heard while you wait, or while you wait to get cold, they have everything. They have ice hockey. They have an arcade. They have not ice hockey. I forgot what it's called, but they have like a lot of entertainment. Arcades and I think they told me they had like other stuff. I forgot. But
like the one in fucking Farmingdale. It has,
it's way bigger than that.
But it has other shit there. You know what I mean? But that's electric carts.
Yeah,
it's not fun. They do 30 miles an hour, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're still fast.
30 miles an hour when you're fucking that close off the ground. You're burning like.
So once I started doing the go-kart stuff and I put the GoPro on the helmet. And then I watched the videos and it looked so sick and I had so much fun doing it. It's like, I'm gonna do that eventually,
I think like drag racing's hard. Like I always said, drag racing, driving in a straight line, that's easy. When you get into it, it's not fucking easy. And then when you get down to the nitty gritty and you're doing 11.5s or 10.5s, you're trying to hit times, you're trying to hit 60 feet, then the shit gets really fucking
you really got it.
You know what I mean? And then I still don't even understand the thing with the fucking. There's like if someone has a quicker reaction time, but they finish faster, it takes the time off the top or something.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? He just won the race. What are you talking about?
I know what you're talking about, and I used to get confused because of that.
I'd be like, what?
But once you understand it, it works. So at the end of the day, let's say 2 cars are racing, right? And then the light goes on for both of you at the same time. But you leave faster than me. No matter what, our times start when that light turns on. But
not when you leave.
Not when you leave. But the clock for your time starts when you leave.
Okay, so that's reaction
time. So that's reaction time. So it's not how fast you go, it's how fast you get from 0 to 1320. Yeah, it doesn't matter when you leave, how you leave, it's how fast. Okay. So let's say if we're both racing and we leave it and the light goes on. I left a half a second before you, but I did a 1/3 second slower than you. But because I left before you, I got there before you. It's hard to explain.
That's what I'm saying.
It's hard to explain.
I seen someone win the race, and then he said, "Nah, left lane got it," and I was like, "Wow."
Only because the one car's faster than the other. We all have the same distance to cross, right? But some will cross it faster. Only because you cross it at a higher mile an hour doesn't mean you're faster. It means you're quicker.
Yep.
So the quicker car wins.
That's fucking nuts.
It's not the fastest car.
So that's what I mean. Like, I always thought drag racing was straight line, light goes green, whoever gets crossed, and that's it. But it's not. It's fucking. There's a lot of science goes into it. It's
more technical, yeah.
A lot of fucking technical.
But road racing is where I want to do. Yeah, circuit.
Back home from where I come from, it's all bends. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole country's fucking back roads, bends. Like we go down some roads, bushes are touching both sides of the car, and that's a two-way road. You know what I mean? You be coming down, the fucking tractor comes the other way, and you look into the fucking bushes to go around it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the other field I want to get into. Even if I get into that, you still got to dyno. We still got to tune cars. Still got to set them up.
Set them up.
Four-wheel alignment, suspension.
Exactly. The
concept. Is that something you like doing? Setting up suspension?
Not really.
It's hard, right?
Yeah, it's hard.
Like toe in, toe out, camber, fucking this, that.
I'll let somebody that's a professional do it.
Like, you know, Raceline, I use them. You ever used them?
Yeah, I used them before. I used to rent their dyno.
Really good work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does have
They
do Volkswagen stuff, right?
Yeah, they do mostly Volkswagen stuff.
I've seen a couple Mark 1 rabbits in there.
Yeah, I mean, I learned suspension stuff just because I wanted to try it on my own car. But I'm not going to get into that. It's just not what I want to.
I bought coilovers for my car and I tried to fucking, try to put them in. And I didn't adjust the spring rate before I put them in. I didn't tighten them at all. So I put them in and I was driving around for a couple of days and my boy Denzel, he gets into the car and he's like, this is fucking, what the fuck's wrong? And he looks on, he's like, bro, you didn't even tighten the fucking coilovers. Yeah. These are the things you do when you're a newbie, you know what I mean?
They say you're supposed to adjust the bottom coil of the spring and put a credit card in there. Or a business card. That's the gap you should have in between the spring and the actual seat of the spring.
You know what I used? I watched the video and they used the tool for the tighten the coilover. They say use that space. Oh, okay. It's a little thicker. That's a bit thicker than the credit card.
Yeah. But you want to get as close as you can.
Your way sounds better.
I actually learned how to, on my own car, I think it helped the most in my 60-foot, when I corner balanced my car. Oh, yeah. I spent like 3 nights just studying. You did it? Yeah.
Actually, you have to put it on like a dish, right?
The scales, yes. Yeah. The scales. And me and Pipple did it. He rented me his scales.
Shit. He did it. He's old school. He didn't know shit like that.
Yeah, he helped me how to do it. Yep. And he's like, so we figure out how we want to, we want to do a 70-30. Percentage meaning 70% of the weight is in the front, 30 in the back. So you got to do it with you in the car. With your weight in the car and how you're going to race the car exactly. How you're going to race at the track is how you're going to quarter. So I spent 3 nights studying how to do it. Then we did it took us like 4 hours to do it because we kept adjusting so much stuff. And after that, my car 60. A lot of people don't know that. But after that, my car started 60 on the street.
You have 24 slicks on your car when you win. At the start, you raced your car street tire though.
Yeah, street tire, yes.
And then you turned it up.
Yeah, turn it up.
And then you said, you're spinning 4th and 5th gear.
Yeah, 4th, easy. I mean, well, in the street tire, yes. Yeah. Not slick.
That car's fucking fast, man. The way it reads in. Have you anybody that you wanna, I don't know, who anybody in your sights that you wanna fucking go out again as soon as you get back out?
Not really, man. I race anybody in front-wheel drive. I honestly don't care. I mean, like I said,
confident man right there.
Yeah,
I'd be confident too. I've seen his car move.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna go out at night and prep and
practice
it.
See, that's the thing. People don't like. A lot of people have to remember with you. You're a fucking builder. You're a tuner and you're a driver. You're not just. You know what I mean, so a lot of people only drive or they only tune or they don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you do it all.
I try to do as much, especially for my car. That's what helps the most. I could control the power. I could tell it what power I want at a certain gear, and I could drive it. And once I feel something different, I'll make changes. I do last year I did 2 test hits, and after that, I just started racing.
I loved your rule you gave me when I first met you. You said never do any more than 2 hits in your car and then turn it off.
Right.
And I always kept that.
It works, right?
No, it really does. I mean, well, and especially with the new build, but I always have it in the back of my head. I was like, he always said, do fucking 2 pull 8, and then sometimes, yourself, you get excited and you do a wee bit more and you go, fuck, I gotta stop. But I always remember, do 2 pulls and then turn the shit off.
That and maintenance in your car, to me, is the biggest thing.
What is it with the E85 that thins the oil? Is that true, or is that
it definitely is true. It's true. The cars run really rich when they're cold, so a lot of 85 tends to go into oil. That's why you need a catch can. Okay. You need a catch can that doesn't go back into the block. You empty it out every, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever.
And it goes back into the block.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not good. You don't want that dirty oil in there.
Because what happened to me was I had the fucking thing was leaking from the bottom of the catch can when it was filling up. So we plugged it and it was fucking leaking out the top.
Yeah.
Better put a feed on.
No. You don't want to do none of that. You should be emptying out the cash can.
See, this is why we have podcasts, folks. Things like this, you need to fucking know this information.
If you have to empty out your cash can a lot, you better run a leak down test. There's something going on.
Okay.
Yeah, so I empty out my cash can every 3-4 weeks. If that, and I have a little cylinder. This year I'm going a little bigger, but I never had to empty my cash can. And I noticed that I do have to empty the cash can. We run a compression test. One piston, so like one cylinder is always low. So.
So this was before. So
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll fucking put a real catch can in there. Just fucking.
As long as you get 2 bungs of the valve cover.
Speed Track AC is really nice, right?
Yeah, Speed Track is.
Or you just built one.
No, you can get any cash can. As long as it's baffled and as long as
Makes difference.
It just controls it how it is. You know, you should be fine. As long as you have a 2.
I have that fucking oil cap catch can too.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this. You know how I feel about
I
those.
know. Yeah. That's one thing I love about you, man. You're always honest. I
don't
like them. If you don't like it, tell me. You know, better off not beating around the bush, though.
Yeah. Do 2 off the valve cover, you're fine. Okay. We run those up to 800 horsepower. Right? That's the problem.
There's no difference. It's just personal preference running from the back or the front, right? It doesn't matter. I see people running from the front of the valve cover.
Actually, the back is better because in the back of the valve cover, there's a little shield, a plate. So when the cams are spinning, they don't splash oil into the holes. So when you do them in the front, you gotta ask your welder or your fab guy to weld a little shield in front of the bongs. So only the air comes from the side of the shield, but the oil from the cam the shield will keep the oil out of the line so it doesn't also fill up the catch can line.
There you go.
Not a lot of people don't know about that case. For be serious. You need to have, if you want to do it from the front, you can do it, but you have to add a little plate, like a little shield, to cover the holes, but then on the side be open so the air can come out. But no oil gets thrown into the line, into the catch can.
That's fucking good. Good info, man. Definitely, because like I say, not a lot of people. It's hard. It's hard to get the information, right?
It is hard information, and you can ask any of my customers. Whenever they ask me a question about something in their car, I always try to give them like a technical version of it and then an easy version of it, so they can understand it better and why we're doing it.
Layman's terms.
Layman's terms. So, you know, it's gonna work. Trust me. And it works usually. So.
Yeah. Nah, even like I said, the first time fucking I met you as well, you even taught me how to. You were showing me how to launch the car, how to fucking do. I'll not give out the secrets because they work. They work,
right? Yeah.
Fuck me, they work. You know? Man-made traction control.
I told a lot of people how to do that, and they always thank me for it.
No, man.
And they always thank me for it
because it's not fucking. It's so easy to get excited when you come out the hole. All you want to do is go, and especially you feel that wheel lighting. You just want to.
You know these little cars with 300-400 horsepower, they spin. That's all they want to do. They spin. So if you control that, bro. Not a lot of people. Those launches you see on slicks, that's about 8-9 pounds of boost. That's it. I come out about 9 psi. I come out the hole, and launches like that. But I have it at a certain RPM. I have it at a certain speed. So it's not just that, but you don't need a lot of power to come out.
Yeah.
I come out the least amount of power I can. If I need to turn it up a little bit, I'll do it. Like a pound or two. But if you want to come out at 15, 16 pounds in first gear, blow the tire right off. The guy who's running 8 pounds of boost next to you, just hooked and booked, call you 2 cars. What's going to happen then?
Dropping the tire pressure too makes a huge difference.
Yes. Big difference. Big difference. I even after the burnout, my guys
low though, like 7 fucking on the slick, they're like 70 PSI. Lower.
Yo,
I you don't want to
give the secrets out, but you know.
I know. It's a lot though. Like
my guys even check the PSI after the burnout because when you do a burnout, it goes up a little bit.
Shit, I never knew that. I mean, until I seen it with my own eyes, I was like, what the fuck?
Heat. So you just keep it. You gotta test it. Sometimes too low is not good.
When I fucking first got the car going again too, and I forgot to put my tire pressure down. I was 30-something PSI, and the wheel happened. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Why is this happening? Fucking tire pressure.
When I was younger, the American muscle guys told me how to read tire patch, and how the tire patch, and like how wide it is. You should lower or raise your PSI, and that's how I learned 260 as well. By that advice, not a lot of people know that.
Yo.
So you do a burnout and then you do a launch. So you just read see how wide the tire patch is on your launch. All right, maybe it's not center, maybe it's not big enough. So you try different. Because believe it or not, on different streets, you need a little more air than other streets. Yeah, so
depending on the ground.
So that's how I would do it too. So we'll do a burnout, come back, I'll read the tire pressure, we do data logs, and that's how I got the car really to 60. It's not just one thing; it's a combination of everything.
And a 6-speed car, you throwing 5th gear in a drag race?
Yes, you are 100%.
That's gotta be wild, no?
It sucks, but it's doable.
I sometimes I do it because I'm just excited and I feel like he's coming behind me. Fuck, I just want to get away with it.
A lot of people race and they race to like the end of third. They're like, yo, bro, a real quarter mile is
first gear. They put the hazard lights on. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
A real quarter mile is longer than what people think. They're like, yo, you sure this? Bro,
top 4th.
And I tell them, trust me, this is
hitting the limiter in 4th, and you're probably still not across the line yet.
And people are like, no, I was in the middle of 4th and I was in front. That means I won. I'm like, what?
There's a video of me and Carlos FG2 with the red EG, and the two of us going across the line together, 4th gear.
At the end of 4th, right? Flying.
Crossing the line.
That's a real quarter mile. You've been to the track. You know how it feels.
Get me by a fender every time.
So you know how it feels. That's what I'm saying. People don't realize how long a quarter mile really is.
No, it's long. Well, when you're in a fast car, it comes up quickly.
That too. Well, you have to make decisions quickly.
Yeah.
What if sometimes I feel like I'm spinning too much a second, or I don't feel like I'm getting enough mile an hour a second? I got to stay in second a little longer. But that's on the driver. You make that split decision as you drive. If I feel like I hooked really good in second, I'm clicking that third. But if I feel like I spun a little in second and I don't have enough mile an hour, I'm staying in second a little bit longer. Then I click third and it lives. So that's also experience in how you drive the car.
I feel like a lot of people in America, like, I don't know, a lot of boys back home didn't do it as much, but I feel like over here they click second really quick. Like they go, and it's in the second straight away. Like no one uses first gear.
Yes, if you have enough power, like you have good power, you don't need to let it ride out.
You just go second.
Because second is just going to wake right back up and go back where you left off.
People launch in second?
Some people launch on straight tires. You can never do it on a slick.
You kill the car.
You destroy it. You just blow your training up. But in second gear to do it, but it puts so much stress in the car. Just learn how to launch the car in first softly. And you'll be fine.
Toe.
Yeah, toe it. Big toe. Use the big toe. 0.5%,
Yeah. Ballerina stuff.
And you're hooked.
Yeah.
You're hooked. Well, spark one?
100%. Go for it.
You're almost done, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
Here, let me get you later.
No, you got a nice setup over here, man. I like it.
Man. Thank you so much.
I like this right here, though.
One thing, I fucking just threw that together to try and get a wee background, But
man, I want to get something nice.
I don't have an ashtray for you, but
oh, thank you. I gotta get a song like that with a Fatboiitech on it.
Yo, I gotta get a Fatboiitech sticker, bro, and get it up there.
Get
it on the barrel and bit.
Oh, that's what you should do. Everybody that comes by brings like a sticker or something, just put it in
the trying to say to her, what would I do? Maybe put up like a fucking, I don't know, something that everybody could sign, but
yeah, that'll be sick too.
Definitely bring
like a board, like a whiteboard.
100%.
Or playing with a regular board with a marker,
Yep.
Throw a sticker on it, slap a sticker, be like, I was here or something,
Yeah, it would work. No man, I was saying the same thing to her too. Because you want the memories as well.
Yeah, of course.
And I was saying put it on the fucking wall, but you can't take the wall with you if you ever move. So in case you ever get a bigger studio.
Yeah, something you can take it. Oh, this is where I started my podcast with Fatboy that first time ever.
You're the first guest forever. Forever and ever, man. If this spreads its wings and goes somewhere, you'll always be the first man. Seriously, thank you for taking the time out to be here. Like seriously, I know how busy of a man you are.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
And tonight, fucking, you have to take a flight all the way to Mexico.
Yeah, we're going to Mexico, right? You coming too? You coming?
Fucking ready,
yeah. Let's do it,
fucking
bro.
ready.
We got
100%. I'd fucking go get some videos of the boys.
Yeah, they were talking a little spicy between each other. You know how it is.
Yeah, I seen it. But they're good friends, though, right?
No, they're good friends, but
yeah, I seen the spiciness. I was like,
no disrespect, but you know how it is. But once start people talking a lot of shit and they come out sideways, that's when it changes, But I believe a little bit of shit talking and street racing is always good.
I like shit talking, but I don't like fucking. I'm trying to get as least negativity as possible. You know what I mean? Because fucking, we're all family at the same time too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I tell people. I do this because I love it, not because I need to make money or I want to prove that I'm faster than you. I want to have fun while maybe making some money.
Bro, doing something you love.
And
if people do get fucking negative and fighting all the time, it kills it for all of us.
It kills it for us. Look how smooth the races I had with the
gangster shit. You know, we don't want on that shit, but we're fucking race car drivers. You know?
Right? They want to get in each other's face, talking about they're gonna pull the gun or something. Like, yo, come on.
They ain't about the car culture.
Yeah, you know? leave that stuff at home.
Nah, man, nah. Keep out for the shooting range if you want. I mean, that ain't for us.
Mm-hmm.
But
it should be for fun.
That's one thing I would really love to spread, if I can, any positivity at all in the fucking car world, but with this a wee bit, just because I know there's animosity, I know there's people fucking talk shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, shit talking is always good, but when you do it so much, it's like, it gets aggravating.
Do the driving, let your car do the talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna walk you, that shit is trash, that shit is
food.
That shit can't even, I'm like, yo, relax, let the car do the talking and then talk shit.
One thing I'm not a big fan of either is, you know, there's a lot of these fast, fucking real fast guys that are trying to take money off of slow cars. Like, if you have a real fast car, race a fast car. Don't be a hustler.
That's what I tell people, stay in your league.
Don't be a hustler, you know what I mean? And it's fucking, and if you know somebody's a newbie, fucking give them a shot. You know what I mean? Or you don't have to fucking, you know what I mean? You don't have to embarrass people. You know what I mean?
Like I say, in order to be a winner, there's gotta be a loser.
There you go, 100%. Yes. It's okay to be a loser too. You gotta come back again. Get back on the horse.
Come back stronger.
Yep.
I lost. I came back. I learned my car a little bit better, and I won the next race. That's how it is.
Well, yeah, what, 10 wins in a row?
9 wins in a row.
9 wins in a row.
I lost to Cartoon.
Cartoon's car though.
You know the difference between our cars.
Yo, your car is super fast, and then I watched the video over and over a lot, and the way his car pulled upstairs.
Yeah, it's that boost, man. The boost. He got the right setup. You know. He's
been doing it a long time.
Yeah, long.
He's a good lad.
Than me.
Got a lot of energy. He's a good lad.
He's a character.
Yeah, I laugh a lot at his Instagram and all. He's funny. The Jose show. He's always posting up the fuck in his workout.
I did it just to gamble, you know. I'm like, maybe you'll see what happens.
Are you doing this north-south thing that he keeps posting about?
Oh,
are you a part of it?
I don't talk about it like that, but
I see them going bonkers. I'm like,
but I'm actually locked in with the white Integra first rate off the trailer.
Wow.
Yeah, see, I don't talk about it though, you know. Yeah, me and him already talked, and
exclusive news.
Yeah, and Cartoon's supposedly put me on the list already, so you know, I'm gonna have fun with my car.
Yeah. Because you're a driver.
I want to enjoy my car, take it to the track, street race, and when the time comes, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna show up. Win or lose, I'm gonna go. But you know, I'm not gonna make posts about it every single day.
Yo, it's gonna be far away though, right?
That's what I hate. At first, they told me when I locked in, they told me it was gonna be in Maryland, MIR or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, I bet I'll lock in. And then they tell me, oh no, it's gonna be in Georgia. I'm like, that's a big jump. You know what I mean? Yeah. But for the sport, I'll do it.
Go for it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, go for it.
My goal is to probably have somebody
for the Long Island team.
Yeah, right. New York, gotta represent Long Island. Yeah. So my goal is probably once everything's good and everything, I'm gonna probably try to find somebody to take my car for me.
Bring it down.
Because I don't want to drive it out there, and then I just fly out there.
There you go.
And I send all my stuff in the car.
Proper.
I try, man.
Yeah, proper.
It's just too far.
Yeah. I'm sure there'll be other cars going down. You can jump on, but
I'll find somebody to transport it.
Yo, there's so many people doing that these days, man.
Well, towing transport.
Fucking it's
that and the detailing.
Detailing.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Even me, I started detailing because of COVID. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I mean? COVID started and fucking worked slow. I was a bartender, bro. I was doing bartending over here.
Oh yeah?
Making fucking drinks, you know what I mean? For 5 years, then.
Oh,
and that shit started, but I did detailing back home. I was always into cleaning cars since I was a kid, you know? And that shit started and worked out then, and I says, let's fucking do it. It was something I always wanted to do. And I said, listen, the world could be ending right now. Because remember, everybody at the start was like, oh, we didn't know it was a scamdemic.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I said, I'm going to have a go at this. And that was it. I mean, but it's too inconsistent for me, you know?
It's hard. I know that's hard. That's harder than mechanic. People need the car fixed all the time.
The weather, you know what I mean? If you were in Florida or fucking California or something, maybe, you know what I mean? But over here, you know, you're asking a man for $250 to clean his car and it's going to rain that night.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to give you the fucking money.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's hard for him. But what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Back home we have a thing called, it's road racing. It's a really famous, it's motorcycles are not cars. actually where I'm from, it's called the Ulster Grand Prix. It's a track that goes around a mountain road, and it's like 2 days out of the year, every year they close it down and they have a fucking road race on it. Bikes do over 200 miles an hour, but every other day of the year it's open to the public.
It's like a regular road.
And we draw that, so that's our road to the airport.
Oh, okay.
And the fucking corners are curbstones, red and white, you know what I mean? Like a racetrack, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like it's a proper racetrack, and then there's another one, I think it's in Portrush, it's called Northwest 200, and it's the same thing but bigger class of racing. And I wanted to ask you, like, if but they work with officials to close the road down. Like, do you think that would be ever something possible that we could do here? Try and talk.
Man, New York is so hard to get something done here like that. The last event I went like that was upstate. I forgot what it's called. I don't remember. It was a bunch of streetcars at the airport. I don't know if you remember. Something like that.
Race street, not track?
No.
What is that?
Yeah, no. I did that for one. I did it for one.
What's that, Calverton or something?
Yeah, Calverton. It's like no prep. Regular.
Just run.
I got a park.
Is there a tree?
There's a tree.
That's lights for people that don't know.
Mm-hmm. It's just a water burnout. No prep at all. Like, there's no track bike at all. Cars spin all day there.
Like, could you imagine if we could fucking work with the fucking Suffolk County cops or something and race them cunts? You know what I mean? Like, to have a fucking day where they shut down one road, quarter mile, and fucking, you know what I mean?
That would be sick.
I don't know if obviously vendors could make money, but I don't know how the government could make money off it. But
that's the thing. In order to get a land out here, you gotta prove to the government how you're gonna make money so they can make money. That's it. So it's gonna be alright. So it's gonna be a racetrack that's mostly gonna be open on weekends and maybe a tested tune on the weekdays here and there. You're gonna make X amount of dollars. Or it's gonna be a shopping mall with a movie theater that's gonna be open every single day, and holidays where they sell the craziest amount, and they're gonna make X amount of dollars. Who's the government gonna go with?
You already know.
Cha-ching! They get 20% of what you making.
No.
So that's what it is.
That's what. I feel like nothing's impossible. You know, you can do fucking. Here's me fucking doing a podcast, and I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? You can do anything you want when you put your mind to it, but I feel like it would be really fucking tough. But if we got big names, the likes of fucking Chris Miller and shit like that, I'm sure fucking, you know. Man,
they've been trying that for years, and that's how they got the Calverton thing. Alright, so that's like step one out of it.
We need a track in New York, man. That's just how
they've been trying to do it for like 6 years now.
In a 24-hour track that we can rock up to, like in Florida, fucking 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's something neighbors.
Could you imagine that? Like
noise restrictions. It's hard.
You know, upstate's pretty fucking wide open, though.
It is too, but who's got the money to invest, and who's gonna really go upstate like that? It's heavy out here. It's hard out here because of the city. You know, everybody races. You're gonna have everybody from track hawks to Hondas to Porsches going to go to the track and test the car out.
What's that, something days, something, I seen recently, I can't remember, High Boost and all was at it, I can't remember what it was. Cash Days or something?
Oh, Cash Days, yes.
What was that?
That's like a shootout. And you bet whatever you want, and you race wherever you want.
That was they put that together themselves.
Yeah. It's not like that. It's like a street race.
Nothing like the Fatboiitech shootouts that we're going to tomorrow. Boys and girls, get ready. I'm actually in it myself. We're gonna have a bit of fun, and then we're gonna get you out of here. You wanna get the fuck out of here? You gotta go to Mexico, right?
Yeah.
You gotta catch a plane.
Yeah, out of here. Just gotta make the call in too.
You heading back up the road?
Yeah. Gotta get back.
I'm gonna go too. What you going to the shop?
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna go to the shop first. So we're meeting up at
usual.
Yeah, usual. 9 o'clock.
Normal time.
Normal time.
Yeah,
so get out of here, man.
Mexican club.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Legend. Really appreciate
Thank
you, bro. This guy's a legend. A real street king.
Thank you for having me.
Our first guest. Thank you so much for everybody for dialing in. Really appreciate you all.